Hey, what's going on, everybody? No Way Out has finally made its return, and it came back with such a big bang. I'm telling you, this show was great from top to bottom, and let's not waste any more time. Let's talk about what happened on this awesome show. First and foremost, we had the pre-show match, Brodus Clay and David Otunga going one-on-one. Nothing much to really say about this match. Brodus Clay wins. He won, though, via countout. David Otunga intentionally got himself counted out just so he didn't have to face Brodus Clay. The match went on for about 6 minutes, and that was that. So we finally get to the start of the pay-per-view, and the WWE loves to start their pay-per-views with championship matches, especially the World Heavyweight Championship match. And that was the exact match that started the show off. Sheamus defending the title against Dolph Ziggler. And I gotta say, we almost had a WrestleMania moment like the Sheamus and Daniel Bryan match. Dolph Ziggler was giving Vicky Guerrero a good luck hug and receiving a good luck kiss. And he almost got hit with the bro kick, but he got out of the way just in the nick of time, and the match got underway. I gotta say, this was a great opener, a lot of back and forth action, false finishes galore, but finally, Sheamus, he retains the title by hitting Dolph Ziggler with the bro kick and getting a 1-2-3. 15 minutes in length, and I gotta say, it was a great way to get the show popping because the crowd was really involved in this match, and they were really involved throughout the whole pay-per-view, which made it that much more enjoyable. Okay, next up, well, we had a tuxedo match. Santino Marella taking on Ricardo Rodriguez. Of course, the crowd, I said they were involved with the matches, and they were involved with this match by chanting boring. It was a tuxedo match. I wasn't expecting a wrestling classic. It was 4 minutes long. Santino did get the win. And, for the most part, it was enjoyable. It was a fun match to watch. Next, we get to the Intercontinental Championship match. Cody Rhodes taking on Christian. And I got to say, this was indeed a great IC title match. These guys went back and forth, kicking each other's asses, near falls everywhere. And finally, Christian pulls out the win by hitting Rhodes with the spear and getting a 1-2-3. What a great match this was. Next, we have an impromptu. Actually, this wasn't impromptu. This match was announced on the pre-show. A tag team fatal four-way match for the #1 contendership. I am so glad they added this match because this match was freaking great. I absolutely loved it. You had EPICO and PRIMO going up against Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd, Titus O'Neil, and Darren Young, and of course the USOS. So they are the four teams involved. And I gotta say, every team, every wrestler got to look great in this match. I mean, it was fantastic. And I was really hoping to see the primetime players pick up the win, that being Titus O'Neil and Darren Young. And they did just that. Of course, they got a little bit of help from Abraham Washington. He was supposed to be in the corners of Epico and Primo, but he pulled the swerve on him and helped Titus O'Neil and Derek Young pick up that win. And it was such a fantastic tag team match. If you didn't see it, you missed out on something really special. That was a really great match. So next, Triple H comes out. He cuts his promo about Brock Lesnar. And basically, all he wants to do is he wants to fight Brock Lesnar. And he wants to fight Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. So that should be a great match. So that's something to look forward to at SummerSlam. Next up, the Divas title match. Beth Phoenix and Layla. And for the most part, it was a good little match. I can't complain. Layla picks up the win with the neck breaker. She gets the 1-2-3. Beth Phoenix loses once again. And Layla retains the title. Next up, an impromptu match of Hunico and Sin Cara. I thought this was a good little match. Hunico looked phenomenal in the match. He really controlled the entire match. But Sin Cara pulled out the win at the end using his new little finisher that he does. It's like a head scissor, a spinning head scissor, and then he kind of goes into a slam and pins him. I don't really like the finisher. I think it's kind of lame. But anyway, Sin Cara picks up the win, which next brings us to the WWE Championship Triple Threat match. Kane, Daniel Bryan, and CM Punk. Boy, this was a great little match. And before the match, AJ went up to each participant, gave them all a peck on the cheek. Well, she gave CM Punk and Daniel Bryan a peck on the cheek. She found Kane, and she gave him a peck on the cheek, but Kane wanted more. So he went in there and he got him a long smooch. But anyways, the match got underway, and this was a great little match to watch. A lot of back and forth, near falls, false finishers. And I really thought AJ was going to be involved in the match the whole time. I figured she would have at least stood outside, ringside there in the match, but she wasn't involved until the very end. Kane and CM Punk are in the ring. CM Punk pushes Kane into the ropes right as AJ is getting up onto the ring apron, knocks AJ out onto the floor. Kane's concerned with AJ. Punk hits Kane with the GTS, gets the 1, 2, 3, and he retains the WWE Championship. So his long title reign continues on, and I was so happy to see that. After the match, though, Kane, he's concerned with AJ. He picks her up to walk her back to the back. And, well, AJ has a big smile on her face as she's looking at CM Punk. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. Well, after that match, we had an impromptu Ryback versus 2 jobber match. The jobbers were Dan Delaney and Rob Grimes. This match lasted maybe a minute and a half. And Ryback just dominates like he always does. Of course, Ryback is chanting, "Feed me 3." So I'm really hoping to see him go up against 3 jobbers next time instead of the 2 that he's normally going up against. But I'm a big Ryback fan. I think he's great. So I didn't mind seeing him in a 1-minute squash match. Okay, next up, the main event of the night, the steel cage match, Big Show and John Cena. This match actually got a good amount of time, 20 minutes. Big Show dominated the beginning. He looked like a great giant, like he should always look. And, of course, finally, John Cena, he gets the upper hand on the Big Show. Of course, he did have a little help. All the wrestlers that the Big Show has basically punched out the last few weeks came down to ringside to help John Cena, especially Brodus Clay. Brodus Clay would not allow the Big Show to get out because he had a chair in his hand and he was begging him to come through the cage door, but he wouldn't do it. Then out comes Kofi Kingston, Zack Ryder, Santino. They're all trying to help John Cena win the match by keeping the Big Show inside the steel cage. And of course, Vince McMahon and Johnny Ace, they even got involved. And when it was all said and done, John Cena, he gets the win. And for the most part, it was a decent little match. I would have liked to see the Big Show win, but of course, we can't have John Cena losing. He's the bread and butter of the WWE. But anyways, at the end of the match, Vince McMahon, of course, he fires John Laurinaitis. John Cena puts John Laurinaitis through a table via the attitude adjustment. And that was the end of the pay-per-view. And overall, the pay-per-view was great. This is a must-see pay-per-view. If you haven't seen it, check it out when you can. These are my thoughts. You guys in the comments below, let me know what you thought about the pay-per-view. What did you like? What did you dislike? This is Gold Dizzy. Peace out.